All right, since plastics became commonly used in consumer goods after World War II, it's estimated that we have produced 9 billion tons, and enough of that has ended up in landfills that could bury New York City under a pile of garbage nearly 4 kilometers high. But you can eliminate plastic from your everyday life and reduce your impact on the earth by following a few tips in the new book, Life Without Plastic. And I'm joined now by authors Chantal, Plamondon, and Sinha. Good morning.
Good morning, Liam.
You know, it's so fantastic that you wrote this book because I grew up, obviously, post-World War II, and so plastics, you didn't think twice about them, their impact on your health, the impact on the environment. At what point did you realize, yes, we can have life without plastic?
Well, I'm not sure we can, but we started about 12 years ago to reduce the amounts of plastic that we're producing, and the trigger was the birth of our son, who, you know, like babies are more susceptible to toxin in the environment, and we were learning more and more about the dangers of plastics, especially with babies and what they come in contact with. So that kind of started us on this journey.
And a lot of times people associate plastic with convenience, and a lot of times they are because people see it as disposable. But you brought in some examples here of more environmentally friendly products that you could use to substitute the plastic in your life, right, Jay?
Absolutely, yeah. We brought in a few different things, and we've brought in some plastic, everyday plastic items, and then alternatives that people could use that are a non-plastic, made out of non-plastic materials.
Perfect. Should we start right here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so the bag, you know, this is probably the first thing that people became aware as a problem, as a plastic problem. And fortunately, people have really acted on it. Now, more than 50% of people, Canadian consumers, actually bring their own bag once in a while, maybe not all the time.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the reusable bag, the compact is better because then you can carry it in your purse. And then there's also, people forget that when you buy produce, there's those flimsy little plastic bags that you put your vegetables in, but you can use something to replace it, like a mesh bag, so that the cashier can see through it. And so these are a good replacement for the plastic bags.
And then we have straws, which a lot of people use a lot of, and I know I'm guilty of it.
You're not alone, Liam. These are huge. For example, in the U.S., about 500 million are used every day, and they're made out of pretty tough plastic called polypropylene, so they don't break down easily, so they often go straight into a landfill. Very often you stir your drink and put it down by the side, and then it's never used again. Yeah. Pure plastic waste. So an alternative we have is a stainless steel straw, which can be cleaned with a little cleaner. And you can carry it with you like you would carry a pen. Very simple, very easy. It's just a question of habit change, and that's what the book is about. Small habit changes to have a big impact over time.
And it also comes down to food and drink as well. We talk about the straws, but also utensils and bottles.
Right. Yeah, utensils, they're only used on average 7 minutes before they're thrown out. But they're actually, you know, you can reuse your plastic spoon and fork, or you can get a reusable one that you carry with you all the time. This one is foldable, and then it's hygienic in a little pouch so that, you know, it doesn't get dirty in between uses. So yeah, this is a small step that can really make a big difference. Yeah. And
in terms of water bottles and containers for your coffee as well.
Absolutely. So water bottles, these we find everywhere, and they are recycled, but not enough. There's still a long way to go on that. But this is, again, another very simple habit change. Get your own water bottle. It could be stainless steel, it could be glass. You could use a mason jar. It doesn't have to cost you anything, and you just get in the habit of carrying it with you. And it's so simple to do. Same with coffee cups.
With coffee cups, only 1% are actually recycled. And the problem is, even though it looks like cardboard, there's actually a layer of plastic in it that makes it really hard to recycle. And so it's really easy to bring your own coffee mug, and most coffee shops will accept your own coffee mug, and they'll even give you a rebate. So
and just one other tip about the bottles, if you are recycling them, it's always good to take off the cap because it's 2 different types of plastic. That increases the chance of it actually being recycled.
Okay, Chantal, thank you so much for bringing in some examples of what you can substitute plastic with in real life. The book is called Life Without Plastic. Such a pleasure of you coming in and giving us a different perspective on how to be environmental. And
thank you.
You know, loving our health. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back on The Morning Show.